Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to the Demon's Crest Let's Play here on the Heavy Basics channel. Before we go off into the Heaven's Tower, I thought we'd go back to town to recruit, to get some supplies. You're going to be needing a couple of spells for this one. Actually, you don't need much for spell, all you just need to do is show off. That, by the way, is the Tornado Crest. If you notice, the Fireball, the Buster Crest, the Tornado, they're all curses to the Gargoyles quest series, except they would have had some major use if it weren't for the crests. In fact, in this next part, we are going to be getting a Vital Crest, which is going to be really important for later on in the game. Now, since we're dealing with Elemental Crests, we have 3/5 of the Fire Crest, and we have one Ground Crest, or Earth Crest. We've still got plenty of things to do anyway. I pretty much want to say with the intro is, basically, Firebrand is on a quest to collect all the Elemental Crests, magical stones which have prestige over the elements. It is what's said that when all the crests are combined, the Crest of Infinity will appear, giving its user infinite power. Now, during this quest, he was crippled in a battle with the Demon Dragon from the first boss of the game. However, Phalanx, his nemesis, took advantage of his one moment of weakness to attack him and steal the crest, except for the Crest of Fire, which got broken in the fight, which is why we only got 3/5 of it. Basically, now that they fell in the Colosseum earlier, he basically has to destroy it. Now, the game actually stated that Phalanx has to stop Firebrand from conquering the Demon Realm, and was basically hailed as a hero. Phalanx either wants to reclaim all 6 crests in order to get either revenge or continue his power. That's just basically the gist of it. So, now we're going to get a couple of spells here, because spells are going to be very important. Let's buy the Death Spell. The Death Spell is the most powerful spell in the game, and it kills a certain boss. We're going to be using that later, by the way. Now, if you notice, the demon will talk about some... Sorry, the demon was not going for a Coca-Cola break. Product placement in a commentary. Kind of funny, actually. Now that we got money, I believe we now head towards the Heaven's Tower. Heaven's Tower is the 4th level of the game. It is situated right here by 3 towers. That's some pretty good music, though. Okay, the only way to get up the tower is to use naturally the Tornado Crest of the Fire. It seems the Fire Crest for some particular reason is representative of all of Firebrand's past abilities in Gargoyle's quest. The reason I say Gargoyle's Quest is because it's the 2 games that predate it. And to be honest, if Demon's Crest didn't exist, those games would actually be, well, unknown and pretty amazing too. I mean, this game is one of the 10 best Super Nintendo games no one's ever heard of. It's in the top 10 at least. There are some quality Super Nintendo classics to get. And, if I'm actually lucky, I might pick this up as a real life, for real life reasons. I'm pretty sure it's available for the cheap. Anyway, when you get to this part of the game, this part of the level, start smashing in the rocks here with the Buster Crest. Or in the past, it was basically the, I don't know, what was the Gremlin Stick? I don't see quite remember. Anyway, I would explain the Gargoyles Quest games for you, but if you go to a place called longplays.org, you'll find 2 of those games and you'll probably know the backstory. Anyway, from that bit there, you pick up another urn, which is our 2nd in the game. It is our 2nd urn. Now, the disadvantage to the Tornado Crest is you've got to jump and do it good timing. Anyway, those things cause a heck of immense of damage. About 2 pieces, which is not good. So just use the Tornado Crest to get going, because when you come back here later on with the crest that you'll win in this level, it just makes the game a lot easier. Anyway, we're done with this area. Go back to the Buster Crest, because now we're going to be facing a very difficult situation. We're in the air now. Buster's the only way to kill these armored bastards. I agree. It's the only way to do it. You get these flying enemies that are really tough to beat on your own. Without the crest, you can't win in this place. Now, just go down here because if you go right, you take on the hidden boss. Oh, we don't want to face the hidden boss today. It is a rematch with the Hippogriff. Now that you're a lot stronger, it's a different Hippogriff, so that's a lot stronger enemy. Now that you're a lot stronger, you can actually take him out with ease, unlike the first bit. Unlike the first boss of the game. See, you can rapid fire with the Buster Crest. As I mentioned before, this game has this game has two kinds of bosses: hidden bosses and legit bosses. This was the legit boss of the first area. You know, there's like two from levels 2, 3, 4, and 5 onwards. There are legit bosses, hidden bosses as well. The hidden boss second is where I found the Buster Crest. But you don't need me to tell you that because Hippogriff smashing should be known to just use the Buster Crest, and he dies just like that. Now, as before, like the first boss, when he turns back into that, just bash his skull in. Your reward is a max replenisher, so you can actually go into the tower. Now let's go into the Tower of Heaven proper again. Now we get these weird areas because this is like a repelling. Technically, this game is part of the Ghosts and Ghouls series, just a bit different. As I mentioned before, he is known as Red Amber in Japan. His actual name in the States, he is basically Red Demon, Red Gargoyle. The most famous firebrand here is the most famous of the Red Gargoyles. Or as he's basically known in the previous two games, the Red Blaze. So, head down here to the bottom left, pointing all the enemies, going this way. There's a secret room here. Bash all kinds of stuff because this one will contain the Crown Talisman. By the way, the other one was the Skull Talisman. I should have told you this before. But Skull Talisman is basically every enemy you kill with the talisman on allows you to get a little bit of health back in automatic attack. The Crown Talisman is where you get your money maker. It is the money respawner. You get tons of money. I'll show you in the next part because it gets more interesting. By the way, at the bottom right, at the top right of this level is another Velial. Another scroll, as it were. You can pick up another spell. Down here, are we done here yet? I think we are. Just go here, you'll go back into the tower itself, but in a different place. Yeah, I still get hit by the axe. Bastards, I swear to Christ. So climb up here, go back there. Use the platform. Just remember to use the platform, folks. It's a bit tricky here, especially when you got a hard opponent. Now you got a difficult boss coming up. No, we're good here. I believe we are fine. Yes, we are. Now we're outside. Heading towards the end of the Tower of Heaven, which we have arrived, and it is of course Alma again. Our second encounter with the cocky prick, and he's come back with a new power. Remember, it's pretty tricky. Remember, your strongest spell, of course, is the Buster Crest, but this time he can dive bomb within a considerable distance. He can also use his laser, but he has a brand new attack when you cripple him down to pretty much half his health. Follow what I'm doing here because it's a lot easier if you know what I'm doing. So, let's see. Keep firing, keep blasting it with that one because more consistency if you've got the idea. Let's take a peek. I know for a fact this boss is a bit tricky to face because this is, yeah, a lot of people realize that I'm not just a Capcom fanboy. I am a good I play classic games. Yeah, I just don't like people with bitchy hands. Anyway, here's the attack I should warn you about. That is that Mega Tornado sucks you in, and if you're not careful, he can actually hit you whilst you're being dragged in the wrong direction. bit of a tricky one. He takes a lot of hits. I think it gets darker. That was a close one. See? Just remember, jump it accordingly and use the currents. If I can get him, I think we might be able to win our next crest. I'm pretty sure. Because he had a crest last time, and that was the ground crest. The earth crest. You gotta have something useful amongst him, because otherwise he just wouldn't be the same. Yeah! Got him! And basically he laughs it off, shrugs it off at me, that his whirlwind move was defeated and all that shit. Well, what are you? You are the Red Blaze, for one thing. And your reward for beating Alma again is crest number 3, the Air Crest. The Air Crest is possibly the most useful skill because now we can no longer use Tornado and actually fly, which is very useful because we're going to be going back to a previous level in order to get a few items. So in the next part, we're going back to the Forest of Doom to claim some items and such is the way of things in that. See you next time.